about Scrum Master, certified Scrum product owner, and then professional Scrum, Scrum Agile, good Agile. There's so many things out there. And you are expected to actually know, or you would have to work on these kind of principles, practices as part of the teams in your IT professional career. So that's the reason why I would like to actually bring this forward to you, so you can really understand what is Scrum, why we need it, what is the benefit and the value add of Scrum, and then when has actually kind of started come into vogue in terms of practice and implementation in the IT industry. Where is Scrum really relevant? What kind of projects, where can you really apply Scrum in that context? So we'll have a quick overview of that to start with, just so that the foundation is laid. And then we'll look at the core principles of Scrum. This is not the principles of Agile, mind you. The Agile manifesto and all the things that we discussed the last 2 weeks were about the Agile development and Agile way of thinking. Scrum is a type of an Agile development methodology. It's one flavor of Agile development. We'll also have a look at the differences between Agile and Scrum, and what is the significant set of differences and all that in this course today. And then we'll have a look at the Scrum roles and responsibilities. Very, very important, because they're different. They're not the traditional roles of tester, developer, architect, analyst. No, you have a completely different set of roles and responsibilities that come up with Scrum. And it's really important that we know, because we can then decide what role we're going to is going to suitable. Some people might actually feel that they've got that product oriented thinking, product features, releases, all the things that we've been discussing as part of the BA stream as well. So they could actually choose the Scrum product owner, the product owner role, which is more suitable for them depending on the experience and expertise and a lot of other things as well. And some other people could actually get into the team role because they would like to actually do the work. So developers, and business analysts, architects, designers, and SMEs, UX developers, all of these are the testers, QA, QC, all of them would become part of the team. So we'll have a look at those. And then of course there's a Scrum Master as well, so which is what we're going to discuss. It's not a project manager, so it's Scrum Master's different role altogether. So we'll have a deep dive into each of these. That would set as a good context into actually getting into the real features and practices that are implemented in Scrum. And then we'll see what is the spirit, what lies at the heart of Scrum, that's called sprint. So we'll look at, you would have heard a lot about the sprints and sprint planning, sprint retrospective, sprint reviews, so many things around sprints. So let's have a look at what the sprint is all about. And then we will then talk about the Scrum ceremonies, as they're called, all these things, the daily stand-up meeting and the sprint retrospective and the sprint execution and all the activities around these. What are the kind of activities that would be done as part of this ceremonies, each of these ceremonies, which are entirely different. So we need to understand that as well, have a deep dive into that. And then hopefully by tomorrow, we'll start the key artifacts and deliverables, like the product backlog, the sprint backlog, the definition of done. We've had a look at it already. User stories, again, another set of tool or technique. And then we also have a look at the other deliverables that could be, for example, the what we call as the burn down chart and then burn up chart. So basically, these are some of the tools to help you assess how you are performing on the project in terms of productivity and things like that. So we'll have a look at all these tools and techniques. Apart from, of course, the usual Agile techniques that we've had a look at already, but we'll try and spend more time. And then the scaling is very important, because Scrum is perfect case study, perfect fit for smaller teams. So ideally about 5 to 10 people, if you've got a setup of a team, developers, analysts, testers, architects, and all these, about between 5 and 10, it works brilliantly. But then you can't really expect Scrum to work beyond. If you get more people into the team, it starts to fail. It is not good. It doesn't work well. It doesn't gel well. So you need to then think about how you can organize Scrum of Scrums, as what we call. So you need to actually have split the 20, 30 people into 2 or 3 different teams, and then each having their own Scrum. So we'll talk about all of these in greater detail. very important again from a practical context. Yeah, so that's actually kind of what we've got in the session today and tomorrow. So I'm hoping that you would really get a proper understanding of what is a Scrum, what is behind what is the methodology, what's the mindset, and what are the kind of activities and the deliverables that get executed as part of Scrum. So very popular tool. You must know it if you really want to get into IT. Nowadays, there's no organization, no project that I've heard about which is not implementing Scrum. So very, very critical.